Hi folks, I'm Evan with HitchFire. I'm here today to walk you through our products and some of our accessories here. We get a lot of questions about which accessories work with the grills and how they function and are installed. So I'm going to kind of walk you through our entire line so you get a good understanding of our different grill options and our different accessories that work with the grill. What we have behind me here is the HitchFire F20. This is very similar to the Forge 15, which you'll see on our website. The main difference between the Forge 15 and the F20 is really the BTU output. So the F20 is a 20,000 BTU grill, and the Forge 15 is a 15,000 BTU grill. They both have two different burners, so that's 10,000 and 10,000, or 7,500 and 7,500. Otherwise, the F20 has a stainless steel cooking grate versus the Forge 15 that has an enamel grate. The stainless steel grate is great for getting to high temperatures, and as long as it's treated properly with oil and anti-stick stuff, it's great for searing things. It also has stainless steel flame tamers and a different coating on the actual grill because it'll achieve higher temperatures. The Forge 15, for the most part, for recreational grilling, is a great grill. It'll get to temperatures of 500, 550. However, if you're going to be grilling in much colder weather or windier weather, you might want a little bit more heat. The F20 can get upwards of 600, 650, even 700 degrees depending on conditions outside. So when we talk about the grill, some of the main accessories that people purchase are what goes inside the grill themselves. The grate itself is great for burgers. You can put some dogs on there, things like that. But one of the accessories that we sell that people really like is a flat top. Now the flat top right here is really just a big chunk of steel, right? But it is designed to sit right inside of our grill. And it heats up under both burners, and then you have an area that you can cook eggs, pancakes, bacon, things like that. And then you can push the grease down inside. So it's a great accessory to the grill and really expands the versatility and functionality of the grill itself. When using the flat top, what you're going to want to do is make sure you cool it off before you remove it, because it is a big chunk of steel. After you get it up to temperature, it'll stay hot for a long, long time. But this is a great accessory that allows you to expand your cooking options for more than just burgers and meat and things like that. The other one that we often see folks get and really enjoy is by a company called Grill Grates. And Grill Grates is something that's used both on conventional sort of backyard barbecue grills as well as we made this one specifically for our HitchFire grill. Now, Grill Grates is really kind of like a baffle system, right? So it has these sort of peaks and valleys. Now, you can actually use it in both directions. So you can use it this area, or you can actually mount it so that the flat area is facing up. When you get that, you also get this handy little spatula, which gets up underneath those and allows you to flip your burgers. These things are great for meats that have a high fat content because the fat will run down into these troughs and really prevent a lot of flare-ups you see when you're using sort of 80% burger or ground beef, things like that, or a tri-tip, or even chicken thighs. So the Grill Grate is great for those fattier meats, allows for more even cooking, and allows you to sort of prevent a lot of those flare-ups. The next thing that we see as a great accessory that again increases the versatility of the HitchFire grill is the side burner. Now I've got a side burner mounted here on the right side. This side burner essentially replaces a solid side panel. So when you get your grill, it's going to have a panel like this on it. Okay, so this panel essentially is replaced by a panel that has a hole cut into it and one of these burners mounted in the middle. Now these right here are powered by sort of your conventional 1-pound tank. Okay, so they screw into the bottom right here, and you'll see there's a knob underneath. You light it manually, and you can control the the temperature or the flame output just by rotating the knob clockwise or counterclockwise. The great thing about the side burner is it can be mounted on the right side or the left side, or in fact some folks get two, and we'll have maybe boiling water going over here and sauteing mushrooms or vegetables on the right side. So that's really a great accessory that again adds to the functionality of the grill as a whole. Now let's talk about fuel for a second. So as I just mentioned, for this and for our burners right here, out of the box, they generally use these 1-pound tanks. Most people are familiar with these 1-pound tanks, but we also sell something called a 1-pound refill kit. Now the 1-pound refill kit allows you to refill these, only these, not other standard, say, 1 pound kits you might buy from you know, a hardware store or a camping store. They're specialized so that you can actually relieve the pressure on here and use the apparatus that is sold with our kit to refill these off of a conventional 20-pound tank like the ones you see that are powering, say, backyard barbecue tanks, those bigger ones. These are a great option because you can refill them over and over and over again. It saves you a lot of money, and you know, the traditional disposable ones are one-time use and then end up in a landfill. So this is a great accessory if you're going to end up you know, using your grill a lot and want to avoid throwing away a lot of you know, useless 1 pound tanks. The other one we have is our 5 pound tank. Now this, as you can see, resembles one of those larger backyard barbecue tanks. It's just a little bit smaller. This holds 1 gallon of fuel, or 1 gallon of propane, I should say, and is a great little handy thing that you can bring. It's about 6 of these, right? So you're getting about 6 of these, and then this essentially you can set on the ground. However, if you purchase that, you would also need to purchase our propane adapter hose. Now the propane adapter hose has an output side that looks, as you can see, very similar to the 1 pound tank, right? So these two will go into your 2 different burners. There's one right here on this side behind this control knob, and there's one right over here next to this control knob. So you attach this to your conventional tank. Now this can be used with our standard 5 pound tank or your larger 20 pound, you know, backyard barbecue tanks. And then the 2 outputs would feed into either side, allowing you to power the grill from this refillable smaller tank that you see here on the ground. So this is a great option as well, but there are several folks, and we get this question quite a bit, who have RVs or travel trailers. Now the RVs and travel trailers that a lot of folks call in about are the ones that have propane on board and they have an output either on the side or the rear. And one thing that they want to do is use the propane that they have to power the grill, because this grill is often mounted to the back of RVs or, you know, the hitches of travel trailers. So we, after several requests, came up with something called the RV kit. Now the RV kit essentially allows you to do just that, but out of the box, our grills are shipped with regulators, right, which those 1 pound, or even using our propane adapter hose, 5 pound tanks are screwed into. Any of those outputs on a travel trailer or an RV have pressure regulators already on them. So that means that they're already low pressure. If we were to run those through this regulator again, you would drop the pressure even further, and it would really reduce the output and the heat levels you'd be able to achieve up here. So you'd really be starving your grill of propane. So when you buy our RV kit, essentially what you get is a new valve kit. Now the new valve kit, and there's an installation video on this, so I'm not going to go into the exact details of how you change this out, but you drop out this regulator and you put in a simple brass fitting that goes right behind this control knob. This little brass fitting then comes with, you know, the rest of the kit, which has, you know, a standard quick connect. So it'll come with a long hose that'll go into the back of the RV where you have your output. It'll go into a Y fitting, and then from the Y fitting you'll have 2 of these shorter knobs here, which have sort of quick connects on either side, a male and a female side. The back of the new brass fitting will be back here like this, and you'll have, this is the male end, the female end, and that'll click in there like that, and you'll have essentially a connection to your RV without a regulator here, so you're able to use your onboard propane. That's a great accessory if you do have a travel trailer that has one of those. The next thing I'm going to bring up here is maybe something that I think really enhances the use of it, and that is our side table cutting board. So the side table cutting board would mount essentially right to this swing arm right here. There are threaded inserts within the swing arm, and then you know the side table cutting board comes in this nice convenient carrying case, right? With the legs that come with it, and I'm going to show you, and then we'll quickly cut out and install it so that you can see this. I'll just show you this here. This is the side table cutting board. So I'm going to mount this really quickly, and we'll be right back to you. All right, so here we have our side table cutting board installed. As you can see, it is installed using the 2 legs that come with it and attach around the swing arm with the inserts that are in there. It's got a cutting table that mounts to a plate that's on top of those 2 legs. And this is a great accessory for, you know, food prep whether it's chopping onions, putting your burgers together, or even just a prep space for gathering ingredients, spices, things like that. When you're done, the great thing about the side table cutting board is, using 2 little latches underneath, you can pick it up and you can walk it over to a picnic table or wherever your camp spot might be and utilize it that way. So the side table cutting board is one of my favorite accessories and certainly gives you that sort of cook station feel that you get this. So another great accessory we have are our grilling tools. The grilling tools we offer are the standard spatula, the tongs, and the fork. They come in a convenient little carrying case like this. But the great thing about them is that they hang off the side of the grill. So we designed them with this convenient hook right here so that after they get dirty or when you're using them, they're always hanging right off the side of the grill. This is great because, first of all, you always know where they are. But secondly, after they get dirty, you're not setting them down on a surface where all that grime and grease is dripping down onto. So the grilling tools you get a collection of 4 are these great stainless steel grilling tools that hang right off of our grill and are there when you need them. We have 2 other accessories that are often used. One is not particularly exciting. It is the hitch extender. Why would you need a hitch extender? Well, the receiver hitch on a lot of vehicles is set back. Now, if you don't have a large profile on the back of the vehicle, let's say, a big hatch that opens up, some sort of spare tire like a Jeep Wrangler, or some other accessory that be mounted to the back of your vehicle, your conventional hitch receiver should be fine. However, if you do have something like that, you need to bring that hitch out. This will bring that hitch out 12 inches and give you more clearance to close the grill behind your vehicle. This also has anti-rattle mechanism in it, just like our swing arm on our grills. The last accessory I'm going to talk about today is our locking hitch pin. Now the grill comes with a threaded hitch pin, which essentially goes through the receiver and pulls our swing arm tight to the receiver sidewall and prevents it from rattling around. So it's a nice solid connection. The locking hitch pin is essentially that with the addition of this locking mechanism on the other end, so that if somebody did try to steal your grill and try to back this out, it would stop and they wouldn't be able to remove the hitch pin, keeping your HitchFire secure to your vehicle. The one must-have, really, for folks who are in a wet climate or where there's salty air, or if they're going to be driving down dusty roads, keep their grill nice and clean when they get to camp, is our grill cover. Our grill cover is made out of a heavy Cordura fabric. It's waterproof and really easy to just slide over it, and it keeps your grill nice and clean for traveling around until you get to your destination. So that's the HitchFire line. We've got great grills. We've got 2 different options for grills, different swing arm options to look at, and an array of accessories from grilling tools to cutting boards to side burners that all complement your outdoor cooking experience. So wherever you go, we've got you covered. Thanks for watching.